What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Glorifies, and today we have the Exoprimal update about the new alpha suits, and we're going to go through and review each one and see what their new modules are and weapons, of course. So, as you can see behind me, we have all the new exos that are here, all the new alpha variants. And with that being said, once you reach level 20 with your exo, you get the alpha version of it. I'm sure many of you know, and the way you unlock it after you hit level 20 is by you pay 15,000 for the EXO, or you can just pay actual money for it. Each EXO comes with 3 new modules, and we have 4 new grade modules as well. So the 4 new ones, this one is Conservation module, very slightly reduces the rate at which your overhealing depletes, so that your green health, how fast it goes down, will be reduced when you upgrade this. Safeguard module is it slightly reduces the damage taken from crit hits, so that's good for PvP when you're getting shot in the face by a Deadeye. We got renewal. This is especially good for any support or basically anyone that's planning on running this, I guess we could say. But mostly Nimbus is going to be the best for this, because repair allies for an additional 100 health when recalling them. Recalling is when you're reviving them when they die. So that's really good for Nimbus, because she can just heal you with her. I was thinking about something. You get the Nimbus get to use her hollow and recall people. So that's be really good to increase how much health they have when they get it back up. Defeating enemies. This is the last one. Sanguine module. Defeating enemies repair your exo health amount. Repair varies upon the type of dino you kill. So basically like lifesteal. Honestly, it's like lifesteal, because I've been getting to some crazy missions. I'm gonna talk about that here in a second, but small dinosaurs don't grant this effect, so like your raptors wouldn't give you any health back. But they do have new missions. I've been in a couple new missions, I believe, and they are very, very crazy. It gets crazy, it gets hard. It's really fun. It seemed like they upped how much the chances of you getting harder missions after I played like 5 to 10 games. It seems like they actually increased how many the harder missions up and stuff like that. But we're gonna go into the training ground and we're gonna go over what each of these exos get and their new weapons. Let's get straight in there.
We'll meet again. Cavalry's here.
Alright, as you can see, we are in the training ground and we are going to go over what each of these dudes do and how they operate now when you get the alpha grades. So for Deadeye, first up, we got when you're hip firing, it is a shotgun. As you can see, shotgun when you're hip firing does considerable amount of damage, and when you're ADSing, it turns into a 5-round burst, which is really cool. So you get a shotgun for hip fire, ADS, you get your 5-round burst. Now his first 2 modules you'll unlock at level 4 and level 6. The first one is Force Multiplier, and the other one is Combined Arms. So Force Multiplier, it modifies your gun, of course, and landing consecutive hits on an enemy with burst fire, which is this, temporarily increase your shotgun fire rate. So hitting shots with this will increase how fast you shoot your shotgun. So long range, mid range, use that, and then when they're getting close, use your shotgun. That's what Force Multiplier does. And Combined Arms is hitting close range enemies with the shotgun increases the aggressive base damage by 20%. So upgraded, this might go up to like 50, 70%, something crazy like that, 50, 60 maybe percent, unless they're increasing it by 5 and then they go up to 50%. But like I said, combined arms is for hitting close range enemies with the shotgun. So you're using your second when your hip fire increases how much damage you do. Only with the gun, base damage, only with the gun. So you can use this and then you start using your AR and you'll still get that damage boost. And you'll still be doing increased damage. Yeah. Okay. And then his third module he gets now at level 8 is linear thrust. This is much like Zephyrs' shoulder charge move, where he knocks them into the wall, they take more damage and stuff. So what his does is knocking small dinos into walls or other enemies will deal additional damage. And I'm guessing when you upgrade this one as well, it should be like, I don't know what it's going to do honestly, because I don't have it like I said, but it deals additional damage to enemies that you knock back, and they're just going to be able to, you know, fly back and hit more dinos when you do it. So if you got a horde of raptors, you use that, you're going to be able to hit like 5 or 6 extra raptors because they're flying back into them. Next up, you're headed over to Zephyr. Zephyr, his weapon turns into chakrams, and they're affected up to 15 meters, I believe. It's around 15 meters. About 15 meters before, you know, you stop doing damage. 15, 20 meters until you stop doing damage. And yeah, that's all there. It's got a 5-stage combo attack. 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think my desktop audio is too loud again. But so you get a 5-stage combo, and his first perk, or his first module you'll unlock at level 4 is Dragon Breath. So Dragon Breath alters your chakram combo. Completing the combos with a specifically timed attack unleashes a massive rings of energy. It does not stack while your linear overdrive is active. So what that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That right there will have a blink, like how his regular base form does when you hit a timed attack. It might not be at the 5-1, but it should 9 times out of 10 be at the perfectly timed 5-hit combo. So when you hit that, you'll unleash a massive rings of energy when you do it. And you can get that pretty consistently, honestly. Get that timed off like you can with the other one. But that's what that one is. That's what Dragon Breath is. And then his other one, his module 1, is Chakram Lure. So what this one basically does is that when you're fighting like dinos or something like that, like any small dinos, it pulls. Okay, I'm gonna read it to you. It pulls in enemies hit by the 5th attack of the Dragon Chakra Charm combo. Stun all enemies hit by the 5th, and it also stuns enemies hit by the 5th attack of the Chakram charge. So that means like any enemy exos, they are going to get stunned when hit by that 5th one. So you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your 5, and it'll pull them in and still do the damage as well while they're going out. So that will pull additional dinos in when you use it. And to compare the two, I think they're both good for their own reasons. Especially if you're really good at doing the timed attacks, you can get some pretty good damage out with the massive rings of energy, which is going to be great if you're not you're going to be able to hit your timed attacks consecutively. You're going to be doing a lot more damage. Chakram Lure is really good for. They're both just really good, honestly. They're both good for the same thing. They're both good for PvE and PvP. But his next module you'll unlock at level 8 is Step Up. Step Up increases the damage after using your Turbine Step. So your Turbine Step is your L1. That's this move. So you'll get increased damage and after you use that. But at level 1 it also increases your cooldown time. But at level 5 you wouldn't have an increased cooldown time. You just have to increase damage. Next up we have Barrage. Barrage's modules are really good once you actually get up there to them. But it just takes so long just to get up there to him. So, as you can see, he now gets an RPG. She's straight. I don't know why, but I was using him earlier, and like it seemed like his it seemed like his I don't know. It's hard to explain. His point gain is not as good as the regular version for some reason. It's kind of weird. But it also feels like he has a less chance of setting things on fire with this weapon compared to, you know, his weapon actually shoots fireballs. But what you can do is you got 6 shots and they do 100 damage and 70 damage in a radius. And do anything in the radius directed to do 100. So area effect does 70. And you can charge it up and it does 350 damage base to the direct hit and 240 to anything else in their area. On top of that, this is crazy because you can also do your bunny hops. If you didn't know, you can do bunny hops, but as you can see on the bottom left, it also takes 50 health each time you do it. I didn't know this until I started using them, but you can literally kill yourself from doing that. So be cautious of that. But like I said, you get charge shots, and you get your regular shots. And they can crit for like 525 damage. Okay, so his 2 modifiers you get at level 4 and level 6. You get Rapid Blaster and Rapid Charger. So Rapid Blaster, it after firing a charge shot, all remaining rockets will be shot one by one at a higher rate. So that's this charge shot I was just showing you guys. You shoot that, and then consecutively each one, the rest of your rockets will keep coming out after you do that. So boom, it is going to keep going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or how much ammo you have left. Really good because the fire rate is actually like kind of slow. And like in game, you're gonna feel how slow it really is. But that's gonna be really strong, and it will do a lot of damage after you upgrade Rapid Blaster. And Rapid Charger, it very slightly reduces your charge time for charge shots at level 1, and at level 5, just 9 times out of 10, gonna be like greatly reduces your charge time for charge shots. So you'll be able to do this more often. So you'll be able to put out more damage between the 2. Rapid Charger and Rapid Blaster. I think Rapid Blaster might have a better damage output than Rapid Charging, but I'm gonna have to test that in a later video to actually see which one is better for what. Bombard Grenade modifies the stun grenade's performance. That's your R1, or I don't know what the button is on PC, but it's whatever one you throw out your stun grenade with. The grenade now explodes multiple times, and it has increased cooldown by 5 seconds. So throw it out. It does 100 base damage already. So when you throw it out, it's probably going to do like continuous hundreds of damage or something like that, 100 to 120 damage a couple times, and then it goes on cooldown. The increased cooldown time by 5 seconds is going to get increased down to 0 once it's upgraded to level 5. So you wouldn't have an increased cooldown, just stay at 6 seconds when you throw your grenade out. And that's all there is to Barrage. Not much really else to say, other than it is slightly harder for you to set things on fire because, like I said, his regular variant has his weapon that does like fire damage. You feel me? But yeah, that's all there is for Barrage. Let's go to Vigilant. Vigilant's her weapon changed from a sniper rifle to a semi-automatic sniper, I guess you could say. So as you can see, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 5 shots. The 5th shot is always an empowered shot that does more damage than the rest of the clip, and you can tap this gun and pretty fast. It's base attack speed for it. So her damage output is going to be really good. But let's get into her. Give me 1 second. Her level 4 her level 4 and her level 6 modules are Time Shot and Invigorating Shot. So Time Shot is fired a specific bullet within the designated time travel interval. It will unleash a more powerful shot. Do I know what that means? No, not at all. So I'm guessing it's much like Zephyr's, where you got like a sound cue or something like that, and you fire the bullet, it will do unleash more powerful shot. So I think it might be this. I don't know. After that or something like that, I'm not sure what they mean by fire a specific bullet within this designated time interval, but I'll have to come back and see this and test it out for you guys to, you know, understand how it works and stuff like that. And yeah, Time Shot, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be crazy output damage if you learn how to do it consecutively, just like how it is with Zephyr. After you know, probably gonna be like a little audio or visual clue you can see, much like the other ones. But yeah, that's Time Shot. Invigorating Shot, landing crit hits on enemies very slightly reduces cooldown times. Time reduces vary according to enemy type. Upgrading this 9 times out of 10 is going to increase your it's going to increase how much cooldown you get for hitting enemies and crit hits. So, as you know, shooting a monster, a dinosaur or something like that in the head gives you a crit shot, and it's the yellow numbers. So the more often you can hit them crit hits, the more often you'll get your cooldowns reduced. So, that being said, that's all Invigorating Shot does. So, say if you have a 12-second ice thing, ice cooldown, your crit hits might take it down by like 6 seconds if you can hit your crit hits consecutively. Yeah. Everything about her stays the same other than her weapon and her modules. Next is her last thing she gets at level 8 is Hellstorm. Hellstorm sounds absolutely busted and crazy. So what Hellstorm does is fire ice projectiles now fire in 3 directions, and it greatly reduces projectile travel time, but it decreases the time it takes to freeze enemy dinosaurs. So instead of throwing one of these out, we'll be throwing 3 of them out with a decreased chance. Right? But if you were to be able to get close enough and then throw them all out at once and hit the dinosaur with all 3, I'm pretty sure you might get a freeze off. If you're running that plus the cooldown one, oh my goodness, you'll be getting your cooldowns so often. But the thing is with this is that this is really good for like bigger dinos and stuff like that. And the other one, the was this finishing strike or streak or something like that, is really good for, you know, wave clear. So that's really good in every aspect, honestly. You get to freeze more often, and you get free extra damage for your whole team more often. With her ultimate, it is still the same. So you'll still get your regular sniper shots. Roadblock's change is probably one of the most drastic ones compared to the others, for the sheer fact that his shield is so crazy. His taunt changes with his kit. It all just changes. So Roadhog now gets a shotgun that does pretty considerable damage. It does a good amount of damage for, you know, Roadhog. And they gave him even more damage in his kit. So as you can see, it does like 11 to 12. It's like 11 to 12 damage, and then a crit hit does like 18. But this is where it gets good. So he got his shield. He plays down his shield now, right? And you know, you got dinos on it. But you would think, oh, what does this taunt do? Does it draw towards him? No. As you can see, when you bang on your shield, you can see the area effect in which that they are going to get taunted at, which is insane. So you, even if you're far away, you can just hit your shield, and they'll all be attracted to it instead of you again. So do that, and then you can see the area effect of the taunt of the shield. And it's a pretty big radius. It's a nice big radius. And now you can explode the shield when you don't got it if you retrieve it. Retrieving the shield does damage, as you can see. And he still has a shield bash. So you can still have your shield down and shield bash. So you have that down, you still can shield bash without it. So that's really good. I'm losing my voice, by the way. So, like I said, you can bang your shield. You ain't even gotta be close to it no more. You can get them all on there if you want, and then you shield bash them off, or you can just detonate the shield and get some extra damage off. You can still shoot while your shield is up and everything like that. You get 5 shots, and you still get your two charges. So, with that being said, let's get into his modules. His two modules you get at level 4 and level 6 are the explosive wall and decoy wall. Explosive wall sounds incredible, sounds amazing, and I can't wait to level this up. So, it modifies the wall when you have it set down, and retrieving the center of the shield causes a powerful explosion to occur. So you'll be doing even more damage when you recall your shield, but it says retrieving your sentinel shield decreases shield durability by 700. So upgrading this will reduce how much you lose when you recall your shield. So it wouldn't be 700, it'd probably be like 200. But that being said, as you can see, you already do damage recalling your shield, so you'll be doing even more damage, possibly being able to wipe out like 20 to 30 raptors just by laying that thing down and having them all chase it, and you just blow it up. So you'll be doing more damage when you do that, and it causes a powerful explosion to occur. Decoy wall increases your area of effect, which it's already big enough. It's already big. So imagine you banging on your shield. So that area of effect might go like right here instead of right there, which is crazy. And while you're banging on your shield, increase your taunt's effective range, and it also increases your shield durability by 100. So you probably have 500 to 600 more shield health from your taunting while your shield is up. Well, taunting in general, and your shield have increased durability in general, but you wouldn't get that explosion radius, which kind of sucks. But your shield is tankier, and you can shoot more often before your shield is broken. So that's really good for basically anything, honestly. It's really good for the last mission. It's really good for Carnosaurus, Triceratops, and everything like that, because you keep them taunted there, and you get more damage. Or you can go for the powerful explosion. I don't know if it can knock over dinos, but if it can, that would be insane. But I did realize it's harder for me to knock over dinos with my shield bash. I don't know if it was nerfed or something like that, or changed, but it is a little harder to knock over dinos with your shield bash for some reason. His third module that he got is Intimidation. Intimidation for his time. It temporarily disables the use of all abilities for nearby hostile exo fighters and increases the cooldown time by 8 seconds. So instead of having a 20-second cooldown, you'll probably have like a 23-second cooldown once you have it max upgraded. That is broken. That's why I'm not going to be playing PvP, because I'm going to be getting triggered. It's like getting hit by a Triceratops every 23 seconds. But he gets 2 charges, so you're going to be looking hurt. But so he's going to be really strong in any PvP content. He's going to be freaking strong, and he got his extra shotgun, and his ultimate's good. He's a beast. He's a beast now. Next up, we got Krieger. Krieger now has a shotgun as his basic attack, or basic weapon, and the longer you charge it, the tighter the spread, and the more damage it does. So this is base spread. If you don't charge it or nothing like that, this is base, and this is charge. You can see the little effect like that. That's how you know it's charged. And then when you shoot this, it does a lot of damage. It does disgusting damage, which is going to be great for anything other than anything. It's just great in general. Like, you 2-shot Deadeyes, by the way, if you hit all of your pellets with this. You get 2-shot of Deadeye. So that is incredible damage, as absurd. If he didn't have enough damage before, he definitely has enough damage now to compete with basically anyone in the game. His first 2 you get at level 4 and level 6 are, you get an overcharger, you get Overcharger and Stun Blast. So Overcharger adds a second stage to your charge shot. So this one, that's one. You'll get another stage after that. And the second fires a high powerful shot that consumes up to 6 ammo. So it consumes your whole clip if you do it at level 1. When you got this thing at level 1. Now, upgraded, it might consume like 1 extra ammo when you do it. Because you upgrade it, it's probably going to take the number down by a considerable amount after you get to level 5. And then you got Stun Blast. Stun Blast charge attacks now knock back hostile exo fighters. So it's just your charge shot. It knocks back hostile exo fighters. But its charge attacks are now stun dinosaurs. So that means like you over there shooting the side of a Triceratops or something like that. You have a chance of stunning them now. Which is really good because that's what Krieger could do with his shield bash. That's what he can do with it. Well, not Krieger. That's what Roadblock could do with his shield bash, his base form. You know what I mean? And his alpha form. But now Krieger can do that as well as paralyze dinos with his missiles that he still got. So you can do 2 status effects with him now, which is insane. And that's really good. And his damage output is freaking absurd. And then his last modifier at level 8, you get the reload dash. When you dash, you reload your weapon. Pretty self-explanatory. Increases the cooldown time by 5 seconds. You'll get no cooldown time increase when you're level 5. That is it for Krieger. There ain't much else to say about him other than he gets his shotgun. You don't tap if you don't hold it. The larger the spread. If you hold it, the tighter the spread, and the more the damage after charge. Okay, there we go. That's what we forgot to read. So his charge attacks, it actually knocks back smaller enemies, as we've seen. Not only that, those enemies that it collides with, they'll take damage as well. So that's why we were seeing them extra 50s. I was wondering why. So these charge attacks knock back, and as you can see, the dinos fly back and hit again for another 50 damage. So that's crazy. That's actually really good for everything. So small dinos, you hit them for 300, and they fly back and hit any other dino behind them for 50 damage, which is crazy. Okay. Next up, we have Murasame. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I think I'm saying it right. I think I'm saying it wrong sometimes.
He's a miner.
His frost is so good, bro. His counter is so good. So he gets his weapon. You get a 5-hit combo. And now his counter, whenever you hit his counter, it freezes enemies. So come over here. You do your regular counter. It freezes enemies now. Which is insane because Frost is such a powerful status effect. So, with that being said, let's get into his modules. So, Module 1. Well, Module you get at level 4 and level 6. You get Frost Flower at level 4 and Ice Demon at level 6. Frost Flower alters the range of counter attacks. You create a field of ice around you. So, I don't know if it's going to increase the range of your counter attacks, give you a longer, like a status effect of, your ice around you continuously or not, but if this is the case, this dude gonna be running around freezing dudes with an AoE. Oh my goodness. So I'm guessing it's gonna be like a circle field of ice around you and it blows up, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be like a complete AoE circle around you, which is gonna be so fire. Because I've seen someone using it earlier, and he stunned the Carnosaurus like 2 to 3 times just by countering him. So Frost Flower is really good. It's just disgusting that you can freeze with his counter now instead of just absolutely wiping out the whole squad. But that's what Frost Flower does. It alters the range of counter attacks and creates an ice field around you. So not just like basically in front of you, it's more around, and you can hit more dinos with it, especially if you're fully surrounded. Ice Demon unleashes a burst of ice cold air with the fifth attack of your resonance stance combo. So what that is, if you don't know, is when you use this, you get your stun. Nope, it did. So your Rosetsu stance combo is the way you do it is by after you hit your counter off, you go into this stance where your weapon starts glowing, and your fifth combo in this hit combo will unleash a burst of cold ice air, freezing enemies after you do. So not only do you get the regular freeze from your counter, you can also use this ability so you can freeze even more dinos if there's still more coming. Which is crazy. It's really good if you're running the they're both really good, honestly. If you're running the cooldown time for your ice for your counters, you'll be freezing them consistently, and you'll be getting that extra AoE burst of ice, which is absolutely crazy. You're gonna be pulling status effects left and right, top to bottom. It's every like 6 seconds or something crazy like that. I don't remember the exact cooldown of his counter, because you can reduce it. Yeah, like every 8 seconds, bro. You'll be freezing dinos, which is absurd. Okay, now his third module we get at level 8 is still Crescent. So that's for your L2. That's where your taunt is. This ability now can be charged, and charging it increases its damage. Like I said before, with his other one that did the same thing basically, is that you can charge it and do more damage, but I low-key don't want to do more damage because I know that my counter is going to do so much. So if I can reduce the cooldown of my counter by 6 seconds, why wouldn't I not use that instead of using, increase how much damage it deals? Thing is about the alpha set of him now. Oh my goodness. See, like, you'll be killing dinos with it even more frequently. I always wondered why you could just hold it like that anyway. It's cool how you can see the area of effect where you hit, but that's all there is for him, honestly. His like AoE freezes now, and yeah, that's Ms. Mur. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. Anyway, on to the WitchDoctor. So now we have WitchDoctor. His weapon is so good, man. His beam. So instead of his, regular paralyzing rod, now he gets a beam. And his beam goes through, I don't think there's a limit to how many people it can go through. It can go through your whole team plus 2 enemies probably, something crazy like that. But it's so good because now what you can do is the bar already looks like it goes down, like, considerably slower than regular, like his regular set does. But this is good because now you can do damage and heal at the same time without having to worry about using your repair field on like that. I mean, obviously your repair field is still the number one thing to be using to heal, but now you can do this, which no one in the game is going to be able to out heal him now. My voice is cracking, I'm sorry. But no one in the game is going to be able to out heal a WitchDoctor now because of this. And let's get on to his modifiers. It still paralyzes, the weapon still paralyzes dinos and everything like that. But it's not going to be as effective for flyers, obviously, because you don't get that AoE paralyzed. So, his first 2 modifiers, we got the Adrenaline beam, and we got the energy efficiency. The level 4 one, Adrenaline beam, it grants a temporary attack buff for friendly exofires when firing at max power. So, but it decreases the damage by 40%. At level 5, you wouldn't have the reduced base damage. So, right here, as you can see, I'm at full beam. We will be increasing the attack of our teammates, of our allies, for each person that we hit with this beam. It don't matter how long. So, if I were to come over here, hold down this beam, get some heals off, boom, max charge, he gets that attack boost. You can just swipe it over them and they get it. Now, how long it lasts is a good question. It looks like about a 5-second buff time. So if you are holding that down, you get your team made a pretty good increased attack, and you still can replenish your bar by using your L2. So that's really good because you're giving your team utility and more damage to kill dinos faster or exos faster. Now, his energy efficiency beam slightly decreases the rate of energy consumption when firing at max power. The thing is about this is that you already can replenish your bar fast just by using that. Since you already got your beam heals plus your R1 heals, you ain't really going to need to reduce consumption since you could just have your max power already. Your beam will be at max power already, and then you just do that, and then you're still at max power. You know what I mean? So it all depends on the person and what y'all doing, but I think that the other one's honestly better because you just replenish your bar anyway. Okay, his last thing you get is the Nema. I don't know how to say that, but anyway, the level 8 one. This ability you can now paralyze. Your L2 can now paralyze. Yeah, L2 can now paralyze dinos. That's gonna be really good for like Triceratops, T-Rexes, all that stuff because your weapon obviously does less paralyzed damage, I think, than the AoE one that his regular weight gets. Oh, my voice is dying. Okay. Everything about WitchDoctor stays the same. Yeah. Basics, the rod that fires a beam that repairs allies, damages enemies, and paralyzes dinosaur. The beam affects longer, focus on the target. Yeah. Okay. That's all there is for WitchDoctor. Next up, we got the last two. Skywave. Skywave, so good now. It's so good. She was already good before, but now she's like really good. So, her basic attack is now an AoE lightning bolt, well, lightning strike. And you can charge this, and it turns into a more focused, concentrated lightning strike. So, okay, like I said, so she is going to be really good to use if you learn how to be in the air with her more often, or at least a little higher off the floor, because as you can see, I'm going to show you guys. You see how my crosshair goes from like the little blue circle to no circle? That's telling me that where I can land. So I can hit right there, but once I hit right here, it don't have nowhere to place it. Don't lose ammo by doing this because you're missing. But it's going to be harder for you to target while you're on the ground than while in the air. So when you're in the air, you get to easily focus your targets, and then you got your charger bolts that does that. Now, her AoE automatically stuns dinos to instant paralyze anyone that hits by it. Instant. It does 30 damage, but the charged one is where it's at. It does 320 damage. Like, it's crazy. So, with that being said, she is so much stronger with her own combo now, but it is harder for her to heal because, you get your L2 to heal. That's basically all you get still. So, with that being said, now you can actually use your own gravity thing, and actually get your kills when you use your ball. So that's really good. She's really good. Now let's get into her modules. So when you get at level 4, and the one that you get at level 6 is Shock Squeal and Delay Bolt. So the Shock Squall, to say, it charged attacks rain down 3 consecutive bolts of lightning, but increases the charge time and it decreases the base damage by 50%. So, what that's saying is this right here will strike down 3 times instead of just 1. It has increased charge time, so it'll take you a little longer to get to that point, but you'll be doing a lot of damage when you do it. but I'm pretty sure upgrading it would decrease how much base damage you lose by maybe 50% to like 40%. So you wouldn't have to really worry about it once you level it up. That's really strong. It's going to be really good up against pretty much anything that's, especially if you get like a Carnosaurus or something like that stuck in your ult. You can just rain down 3 lightning bolts on his head. It's going to be really strong, and it's going to be doing a lot of damage when you get to do it. So as you can see, I'm in the air. Find a good spot. 320. You'll be able to just hit it 3 times in a row. It's going to be really good. And you got Delay Bolt. Delay Bolt modifies its Tempest Lance, same as the other one. It's your regular basic attacks now. It increases the lightning bolt radius, but it delays the lightning bolt generation. What that means is, so increases the lightning bolt radius is this. So you'll be hitting, more dinos around it now, and it'll be bigger. But how long it takes for that to actually happen is going to take longer. So that delay is going to be a little bit longer. We don't know how long, but it's going to be slightly longer before it goes off. That's what that does at level 1. Level 5, it might be, it might give you like a better, what's it called? A shorter delay or something? I'm not sure. But, she's really good now. Like, she was even good before, now she's like really good. Her last ability you get at level 8 is Skull Scrambler. And this is temporarily disables all use of abilities when you hit them with your Optics Jammer. And it no longer jams enemy vision, and it has a 5-second increase cooldown. So what that is your L2. No longer blinds your enemies. As you can see, them raptors right there have the effect on them. That's why they was glowing purple like that. You won't be able to do that anymore. But if it hits a Exo or something like that, it will disable all their abilities. And yeah, it disables all their abilities. And you have a 5-second increased cooldown time, but once that's max level, it won't be at 5-second cooldown time. It'll be the regular cooldown time. And everything about her stays the same other than her weapon. Her pistols turned into shotguns. Everything about her stays the same basically. So her switching stances, you still get your increased shots for a little bit for the clip. Same with her increased damage. You have increased damage shotguns for the duration. And yeah, that's all there really is to it. Just switch between, shotguns. This is really good now because she can actually, do a lot of damage without having to pull up with some pistols trying to kill the whole horde. So this is good because now she can, like I said, she can do a lot of damage to dinos in an area without having to use her R1 to, do it for her. And you still get your good extra heals, close range heals. It will require you to be more in a fight, but as you can see, since you're closer with shotguns, you'll be able to hit your shots even more often. So you wouldn't have to worry about, how good your heals are. And it does go by each pellet. So the closer you are, the more heals you're going to get. And then, everything else stays the same with this. So let's get into it. Air Mastery 4-1, you get increased fire rate. It's called Shotgun Mastery. And you get increased fire rate at the cost of base damage reduction by 15% and reduce healing effect by 15%. So you get to shoot faster, but you lose your base damage overall. Your base damage of your guns by 15% and the healing effect by 15%. So upgrading it obviously is going to decrease that number down drastically. But as it stands, if you get using level 1, you're going to be doing less healing, less damage, but with increased fire rate. Which, if you're still doing the switch thing, where you just switch back and forth to heal and do damage anyway, I mean, the increased fire rate is going to be good. Alright, now her level 6-1 is kickback. Landing crits on allies also repair itself. Upgrading this, it might increase how much heals you get for it, or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but So it's really good since now, especially since you're a shotgun. So if I'm taking damage and you taking damage, I keep healing him or healing him, and I get some health back as well. Really good because, you know, Nimbus's survivability when she ain't got her hollow or something like that was really hard to keep up with, because especially since you got me so close. And yeah, so it repairs yourself when you heal enemy or heal your teammates, which is really good. And her last thing you get is jamming hollow. So this is crazy. So now since you got shotguns, they have to add something that actually makes her like really good when she gets close to you, make her more of a threat, other than her R1. So what this does is her jamming hollow blinds in or jams nearby enemies after warping to the hologram. So that's this. Like I said before, you can go pretty far with her hologram. So if you guys are trying to run from her and she catch you lacking, bro, she gonna just teleport to you and spread shot your face. So we're gonna wait for this to get off point real quick. So you're gonna do this, and it lands on them. Boom. You're gonna either jam or blind them, and then you get your increased damage because, you know, you switched or something like that beforehand. And then you can just destroy people, or you can just use your R1 anyway and still destroy people. So that is gonna be really good. And she's gonna be doing a lot of damage to you, especially the big tanks, bro. She's gonna be hurt. And yeah, that's all it is for Nimbus. And you know, everything else stays the same. And I can't wait to do a review on all these dudes, bro. Like a tier list on them all once I get them all up there. But yeah, that's all I have for showing you guys what they do and how they work and all like that. And there are new missions, like I said earlier. I know that because I played a couple games and I was getting some outrageous missions, and they are hard. I got new cutscene and everything. It is really good. And I like the way they did this. I like the fact that you have to pay for the exos. Some people say, you know, oh, why we gotta pay for the exos if we got them level 20? It's because they need a way to keep you engaged in the game and playing the game. Because some of us, like myself, I didn't play and have enough money to, you know, buy all the exos. So I gotta go through and keep playing the game to get all the exos. And it keeps me, you know, content to keep on doing and keep on continuing playing the game while they, you know, work on the next thing or release. So I like the fact they did that. 15 thou is a hefty price. But the Alpha Exos only go up to level 10, but you get your stuff. But I think it takes a little longer to level them up if I'm not tripping. If I'm not wrong, I think it does take you a little longer to level them up. They do get outfits as well. They do get their own cosmetics and stuff, so you'll be getting different outfits in the chest now from the other ones as well, other than just gold. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this new update down below. Let me know who you guys are maining, who you guys want to know more about, or who I should go for whenever I get the chance. I got WitchDoctor, Roadblock, and Barrage right now, but let me know who you guys want to see me run through and, you know, break down and see what tips and tricks I can tell you guys about, you know, each exo. But till then, it's been your boy Glorifies, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.